On the outskirts of a small, forgotten village, an ancient manor stood, shrouded in mist and mystery. The villagers spoke of it in hushed tones, warning that the house had a dark history. It had been abandoned for decades after a series of gruesome murders had taken place within its walls. The legend claimed that the manor was cursed, its halls haunted by restless spirits seeking vengeance. One rainy evening, a young couple, Emily and Jack, driving through the village, found themselves lost. Their car broke down near the manor, leaving them with no choice but to seek shelter there until morning. Ignoring the villagers' warnings, they made their way to the decrepit house. As they entered, the air grew colder, and a sense of foreboding washed over them. The interior was a haunting tableau of decay, with cobwebs draping from the ceiling and dust covering every surface. The couple decided to explore, hoping to find a place to rest. They wandered through the labyrinthine corridors, their footsteps echoing eerily. In one room, they found an old diary, its pages yellowed with age. Emily began to read aloud, discovering the chilling account of a family that once lived there. The diary belonged to the manor's last occupant, a woman named Eliza, who detailed how her family had been tormented by unseen forces. The entries grew increasingly frantic, describing shadowy figures, whispers in the night, and strange symbols appearing on the walls. The final entry ended abruptly, smeared with what looked like dried blood. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind them. Panic set in as they struggled to open it, but it was firmly locked. The temperature plummeted further, and their breath became visible in the air. Shadows began to dance on the walls, forming grotesque shapes. Whispers filled the room, growing louder and more insistent. Jack grabbed Emily's hand, and they fled the room, only to find the hallway had changed. The manor seemed to shift and warp, confusing their sense of direction. They stumbled upon a hidden staircase leading to the basement, a place they had not intended to go. Desperation drove them down the stairs, hoping for an exit. The basement was a chamber of horrors. Rusted chains hung from the walls, and the floor was stained with old blood. In the center stood a stone altar, covered in strange runes. As they approached, the runes began to glow, and a chilling laughter echoed around them. The couple realized they had walked into a trap. Eliza's spirit materialized before them, her eyes hollow and filled with rage. "You shouldn't have come here," she hissed. "Now, you will join us." The manor's walls closed in, and the spirits of the murdered family emerged from the shadows, their faces twisted in eternal agony. Emily and Jack screamed, but no sound escaped their lips. The spirits enveloped them, dragging them to the altar. The villagers awoke the next morning to find the manor's doors wide open. Inside, they discovered the diary, open to the final entry, now completed in fresh, red ink. It told of Emily and Jack, the latest victims of the manor's curse, doomed to join the legion of restless spirits haunting the ancient house. And so, the legend of the cursed manor lived on, waiting for the next unfortunate souls to stumble upon its dark secret.